Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Ultraverse's Solitaire issue number 5, my Malibu comics. Yeah, we're going back to the series, issue 1 till 4. I had a great fun with it. I think this is a really strong action comic. I have only till issue 6, and then I did some research after that. And unfortunately, 7 to 12, it dips in quality when it comes to art. There's another writing team on it. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna get that. So I hope issue 6 conclude this overall arc, and then we'll leave it here because I have good memories of so far with this book. So I hope issue 6 pays off. We'll see. By the way, stick around to the end because there is something I wanted to show you with this comic that I just discovered recently that I thought to myself, man, that is so cool. Why doesn't other companies do that too? It's not really that special, but I wanted to show you that is how cool Malibu created this. Well, I'm saying that wrong. How whoever came up with this idea, it's fantastic. But stick around. Also, there's going to be another review today coming up, so stay tuned for that. So let's dive in with this one. So we see here there's a woman has been chased by goons. Solitaire comes out of the from the rooftops, and he jumps in. Well, for those who don't know, check out my other reviews. Basically, I say Solitaire is a cross between Batman and Punisher, and he has nanobots in him that's going to repair his body. But then we see this. Holy shit. He is Swiss cheese. So it was a setup because this woman he had saved before. Check out my other. So he's toast. As he says, he's dead. And then Djinn. He's some kind of an assassin or something, but he works for the father of Solitaire. But I don't believe Djinn knows that. And so Solitaire is just another barrier in his he's in his way. Let's leave it that. And he talks about the 12. It seems that Djinn here has a group of people called 12 that he's being recruited to get rid of or infiltrate the group of Solitaire, because Solitaire rescues people. The people are grateful for them. And they're gonna help him, helping him with, against crime, radioing him, giving them information about certain things that are going on in the city, like crime and crooks and drug dealers, etc. So this woman says, please, then you take care of me, because he said, I will keep my bargain. And you did such a fine job at setting up your friend here. And she says, okay, I'm going to take care of you as long as you are being useful. And then the police comes. So we switch to Anton Lone. He's the big boss. He has created Solitaire, but he didn't know that. Let's say his son, the alter ego of Solitaire, has been in a car accident. He saved his son, but he put his son full with nanites, repairing his body. So he talks to Djinn, and Djinn is, I believe this is a crime boss-esque. Well, he has motivations. And he asks, hey, how did you do it? How did you kill Solitaire? And he says, I found my elite 12 out amongst a human flotsam of Hollywood, where the sort of cult has sprung up around the Solitaire. Okay, just basically what I told you before. Solitaire helps people. They are grateful for him. They do stuff for him, stuff like that. And he says 10, and that's one of the 12, returned with nothing. But one found a teenage street dweller called Spice. Well, that's the girl before. From Solitaire, saved from your friend, King Pleasure. See last issues. She seemed quite loyal to her savior until we mentioned keeping her secure and wealthy for the rest of her life. Funny how it always works. Well, yeah, that's true. People do a lot for money, especially women. I'm kidding, guys too. When Solitaire Wolf, his network of agents, he thought that people would have been victimized, would be content to avenge themselves by defending others. He doesn't know the human heart. And then we see what happened here, that she says, you know, it's not enough. I've been hurt. I've been used. And now Solitaire's got me living with squatters and psychos. Life cheated me. I want what I deserve. Well, these guys are psychos too. What's the name again? Spice. He says, I've been on the streets with nothing but I could grab with my hands or cut with a knife. I know what it does to you. Nothing's going to be to put me back here. Okay, well, that's a little bit of a backstory of what's happened to Djinn. And then Anton says, where is my son? And Djinn shows him the photos. Well, it seems that they spot him in somewhere in, I don't know, Bangkok with a couple of hookers. And he has a party and he's angry, ungrateful little leech. After the millions I spent to put this body back together, to get him in ready to enter the family business right under the brink of the most daring move ever. And he goes off to waste himself on drugs and whores. So basically he spurns him now. And then they're going to move on with the plan. Well, what is the plan? Well, it seems, well, I'm not going to tell you that much now. Yeah, skipping a few pages here and there. Oh yeah, let me see these guys, and then Djinn comes in, and these are people working for Jim, and he gave him lessons about, hey, you need to get ready at all times, don't sleep on the job. So basically teaching him a lesson. So he says at one point, did Moose ever report in from the Solitaire hunt? And they say, no, I don't know where he is. And then Djinn says, I know Moose. If he has confused his priorities again, he will face the consequences. And then he jumps out of the window. He says he jumped. It's 30 stories. No sight of him. Jesus, how does he do that? So he's doing a Batman. I thought, can he fly? Does he have superpowers? Well, no. Meanwhile, Anton's goons are, finding one of Solitaire's hideouts, and he sees the addresses of the name of his agents. Boulevard, Spice, that's the girl, Venus, etc. But we have also a clip here. But the clip is a microphone, but these goons doesn't know that. You don't know that. And then we have this disabled guy, and he warns the others. So I thought to myself, okay, are you working for Solitaire, or do you work for someone else? I'm not entirely sure. Then we go to the place that Solitaire died on the streets, and this skater guy is paying his respects, and then the police comes. Okay, punk, go find yourself a place to skate. This is for Solitaire, Hitler, he says. That's a little bit excessive. Solitaire is just a kid story. Right now, he's just blocking traffic. I love the writing. I love 90s writing. It's just I don't know, so fun. So he skates off, and then he comes home. And then other goons found this guy because, of the list. But then something happened that I really don't understand. So gas is going in, so they are falling down. And then we have Venus and what's his name? Something. Israel. I'm not sure why, because this guy is so I don't know what they're going to do with these guys. Just taking them out, so that they not go further with their business, trying to flush out Solitaire's gang. I'm not entirely sure. It's not really explained through the comic, unfortunately. Meanwhile, we have Djinn planning a nuclear warhead somewhere in a warehouse. Okay, why? I mean, you are a figurehead. Why don't you send your goons to do that? Okay, I do not mind, but it seems work for for minor, for lower employees of the crime, if you know what I mean. Okay, so it's set, and then he's back with Anton, and he says, everything is perfect, sir. And so he's getting ready to the party because he is going to a party where the nuclear warhead is. I'm not sure why. It seems for, I don't know, reasons. Jen says Los Angeles will be habitable again within 2 years. I'm not sure that is how radiation works. It's probably a little bit more than 2 years, a whole lot more. He says real estate values will soar up again, just in time for me to sell the land that I have bought so cheap after the party. The insurance of my devastated LA properties should cover the purchase, and then the debt I've piled up in my expansion. Then let's see those weaklings smirk at me. So it's basically a revenge. He says, Anton Lone has extended himself, they said. His empire is going to fall like a house of cards, they said. Well, my rivals are about to see their empires go up in a radioactive fire. We see this image here. And now finish my work, Djinn. Mr. Lone has a party to throw. Why don't you just, I don't know, go out of LA? Leave these guys here? Say that you are late, never coming back, blow the thing up? Isn't that better? I don't know. Okay, so you see him mingling with a party, and this guy says, I laughed, hell of a party, Anton, your biggest blast yet. And he says, ha! I say something funny. That cracked me up a little bit. Anyway, so here's the helicopter on the roof. Copter's ready for evacuation, Djinn, he says. You 12 stand by? Yeah, except for Moose. He still hasn't showed. Uh-oh, Moose is in big trouble. So then Moose is no longer one of us. And the narrative says, and his men say nothing. They know there is nothing more to say. They will never see Moose again. So I don't know. He's burning papers for whatever reason in the building that's going to be being blown up anyway. I mean, if there is a bomb in here, these papers are vaporized. So anyway, so he finds this clip. And then he looks at the clip and he said, no, it cannot be. And he jumps out of the window because he feels he's been set up. So he goes to the morgue and I thought, oh man, this, in an instant I didn't look good. There is an explosion behind him because boom, and there's some lights. But no, he just opens up this door yes, you can see here. And then he says, Moose, he's alive. Solitaire is alive. Yeah. Solitaire did a switcheroo somehow, and this is Solitaire, is dreaming nightmares about what's going to happen, etc. And something in the past. Real cool. And then there's a woman next to him, and she is called Blind Iris. Blind Iris is very good at listening because, well, she cannot see it. Duh. Iris, he says, yeah, I'm here. Yes. How long, he says? 2 days. Do you feel ready? Yeah, he needed 2 days to, regenerate from these wounds. And he says, what happened? I arranged it all according to your plan. Israel is in place. Those are the guys with the masks. We've recorded the evidence. Djinn thinks Solitaire is dead, but a warhead has been planted, and I don't know where. And Spice is still in Djinn's hands. Wait a minute. So does that mean Spice faked betraying Solitaire? That's actually cool. He says, in Bangkok? Well, your lookalike was spotted there. Okay, so basically Solitaire is doing Batman stuff better than Batman somehow. That's great. So he's ready, he's up, and then goes into action. We switch to Anton Lone. He is, being ready, but he also gives some strange quotes about there is something in the nanites of Solitaire that Solitaire is not known about, know nothing about. So, okay, what does that mean? And then we see Solitaire here on the building while he says, this place is going to explode. Well, get the hell out of there, man. What are you waiting? Anyway, it's great. This is great. I don't know. This comic is just fun. It's great. It's fast-paced. It's cool action. I like Solitaire a lot. Yeah, it's great stuff. Anyway, what I tried to show you now. Okay, listen. Okay, I have to get ready. When I found out the first issue, and then I said, wait, this looks cool. And then I found the second issue. I reviewed that, and then I see somehow after 3 or 4 issues a pattern. So let's go here. He jumps down. Lights. More lights. He shoots back. Then, in issue 3, he jumps over a car roof with the light still here behind him. And these are the cops shooting at him. You know where I'm going with this. Issue 4, jumps over them. These guys, probably cops, grabs a motorcycle. Get on the motorcycle. And now issue 6, fighting on the motorcycle with Djinn. What? This is so cool. This could be a page from, in a comic. I didn't know that, but then somehow I found some kind of a pattern because of this. Okay, this is not the same car, but it has the same. It has the same angle. This is so cool. This could be. This I was amazed when I saw this. Why? And that's what I mean. Why does not other people, other creators, other publishers do stuff like this? This is amazing. Unfortunately, it ends here, but it's probably then this is the end of the arc between them. But when I found out, this is some kind of a flowing page that could be easily in a comic book, right? And here starts it all. Awesome stuff. That's guys. That's what I wanted to show you. Solitaire, a great book. And that's my review for today. Another one's coming. See you later. Bye bye.